Create 3D printed toys for toddlers. Opening scene. Soft, playful music begins as the camera pans over a colorful assortment of 3D printed toys scattered across a cozy playroom floor. Brightly colored blocks, friendly animal figures, and whimsical shapes catch the eye. Toddlers giggle and clap as they interact with the toys, their faces lighting up with joy. Hey there, fabulous folks. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sam, your friendly neighborhood maker extraordinaire. Ever thought about combining the magic of technology with the sheer chaos, joy of toddlers? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into the wonderful world of 3D printed toys for toddlers. Trust me, it's going to be more exciting than finding an extra chicken nugget at the bottom of the bag. So, what's on the agenda today? We'll explore why 3D printed toys are not just a passing fad but a game changer for playtime. We'll cover everything from the benefits of making your own toys, think customization and cost-effectiveness, to the nitty-gritty of designing, printing, and finishing them. Why 3D printed toys? Benefits of 3D printing toys. Alright, let's kick things off with the big question. Why bother 3D printing toys when the store shelves are already overflowing? Well, for starters, customization is the name of the game. Imagine giving your toddler a toy that's designed just for them, a dinosaur with their name on it, or a puzzle shaped like their favorite animal. Plus, making your own toys can be a real wallet saver. Say goodbye to overpriced plastic contraptions that seem to break the moment they're out of the box. With 3D printing, you're in control of the quality and durability. It's like having a mini toy factory right on your desk. Willy Wonka would be jealous. Safety considerations. Now, let's talk safety, because the only surprises we want are the good kind. By 3D printing your own toys, you get to choose exactly what materials are used. You can opt for non-toxic, child-safe materials that won't have you dialing poison control faster than you can say, toddler. Educational value. Lastly, 3D printed toys aren't just fun, they can be fantastic learning tools. You can incorporate educational elements like shapes, numbers, and letters, turning playtime into a stealthy teaching session. It's like sneaking veggies into their mac and cheese. They'll be learning without even realizing it. Design considerations for toddler toys. Safety first. On to the design phase. Safety is key when it comes to our pint-sized explorers. Toddlers are like little scientists conducting experiments with their mouths. So, make sure your designs have rounded edges and smooth surfaces to avoid any accidental ouchies. Durability. Next up, let's talk about durability. Toddlers are, shall we say, enthusiastic testers. They'll drop, throw, and maybe even try to ride their toys. Use thicker walls and sturdy structures to ensure they can withstand the kind of abuse that would make a crash test dummy wince. Simplicity in design. Simplicity is your friend here. While it might be tempting to create the next Mona Lisa of toys, intricate designs can be a headache to print and might break easily. Stick to straightforward designs that are functional and easy for little hands to grasp. Educational and developmental factors. Don't forget to sprinkle in some educational goodness. Incorporate basic shapes, bright colors, or even letters and numbers into your designs. Maybe a set of stacking blocks with the alphabet or a puzzle that teaches shapes. Selecting the right materials. Material options. Now, let's chat materials. The most common 3D printing materials are PLA and ABS. CPLA, or polylactic acid if you're feeling fancy, is our top pick for toy making. Benefits of PLA for toys. PLA is biodegradable, non-toxic, and made from renewable resources like cornstarch. Plus, it's user-friendly and prints at a lower temperature, reducing the risk of any unwanted fumes. Food-grade and child-safe filaments. For the extra cautious among us, there are food-grade, child-safe filaments available. These are specifically designed to be safe in case your little one decides to take a nibble. Choosing a 3D printer. Essential features. If you're in the market for one, there are a few features you'll want to look out for. An enclosed printing area can prevent curious little fingers from getting too close to hot components. User-friendly options. For those new to the 3D printing game, user-friendly models are your best bet. Brands like Creality, Prusa, and FlashForge offer some great entry-level printers that won't make you feel like you need a PhD in engineering to operate them. Budget considerations. And of course, let's not forget about the budget. You don't need to break the bank to get started. There are plenty of affordable options that still deliver excellent print quality. Finding or creating toy designs. Online repositories. Design time. If you're not quite ready to create your own models from scratch, fear not. Websites like Thingiverse, My Mini Factory, and Cults 3D offer thousands of free and paid 3D models. Creating custom designs. But if you're feeling creative, why not try your hand at designing? Tinkercad is a fantastic place to start. It's free and operates right in your web browser. It's as easy as playing with virtual building blocks. Customization. Customization is where you can really make the toys special. Add your child's name to a puzzle, tweak the design to include their favorite animal, or combine ideas to create something entirely new. Preparing for printing. Setting up the printer. Printer ready? Check. Start by setting up your printer according to the manufacturer's instructions. Make sure the printer is on a stable surface and that the build plate is level. Adjusting printer settings. Next, we'll dive into the printer settings. Key settings include layer height, infill percentage, and print speed. For toys, a layer height of around 0.2 mm strikes a good balance between detail and print time. Slicing software basics. Before we can hit print, we need to slice our 3D model. Slicing software like Cura or Prusa Slicer takes your 3D model and turns it into instructions your printer can understand. Printing the toys, and we're off. I've loaded up our design, a friendly octopus with smiley eyes, and started the print. This part always feels a bit like watching magic happen. A time-lapse sequence shows the toy gradually forming layer by layer, set to upbeat music. Here's our octopus coming to life. If only cleaning the house were this satisfying and speedy, right? Post-processing. Removing supports. Print complete. Now, let's get this baby ready for playtime. First, we'll need to remove any supports. Sanding and smoothing. Next up, a little sanding to smooth out any rough edges. Use fine grit sandpaper and take your time. It's oddly therapeutic, like exfoliating, but for toys. Painting and finishing touches. Now, the real fun begins, painting. Grab some non-toxic, child-safe paints, and let's add a splash of color. Feel free to involve your toddler in this step. Safety checks. Inspecting the toy. Before we hand over our masterpiece, let's do a final safety check. Run your fingers over the toy to check for any sharp bits or loose parts. Compliance with standards. It's a good idea to be aware of any toy safety standards in your region. Regulations often cover things like material safety and design guidelines, parental supervision advice, and of course, even with all the safety measures, supervision is key. Keep an eye on your little one as they play, especially with new toys. Engaging toddlers with the toys. Introducing the toy. Time for the grand reveal. Consider making it a special moment. Perhaps wrap the toy in colorful paper or present it during storytime. Observing interaction. Watch how your child interacts with the toy. Do they explore it with curiosity? Do they use it in imaginative play? Educational games. Use the toy as a tool for learning. Incorporate it into games that teach colors, counting, or storytelling. For instance, if you've printed a set of animal figures, create a safari adventure together. And there we have it, a journey from raw filament to a joyful toy in your toddler's hands. We've covered the why, the how, and the wow, that was fun, of 3D printing toys. Encouragement to viewers. So, if you've been on the fence about diving into 3D printing, I hope this has given you the nudge you needed. Remember, you don't have to be a tech guru to get started, just a curious mind and a dash of patience. Call to action. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on our next creative escapade. Until then, happy printing and happier playing.